Okay, Acoustic Bliss. Let's go drinking. Okay, Acoustic Bliss. Let's go drinking. When these shoes were new, it was how do you do? It was whiskey and telling your tale. When my shirt was clean, I was there to be seen. I had clear eyes and my sight never failed. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa.
Hello. Seem to be running a bit late. I'm so sorry, honestly. Should we try that a little bit more? We'll have a little bit more of that. I don't know what's happened there. Let's start it about here, because it's not right without it. Right. Oh, try again. Right, maybe
Town of Air, Statue Square.
Well, kind of. Right, let's shut the door. I'm kind of having a nightmare, just trying to do too many things, because I'm back in it. Ah, should never do anything in a hurry, should you? Greetings to all of you. No lights are on, and I thought, right, I'll put the. I'm gonna have one last try, because I need to put the lights on. There's a couple of things I need to do. It's a miracle I'm here, right? So we'll try one more time, just the last. I don't know what it was. I don't know why it's I don't understand, but this will give me. Let's imagine that you've just joined us. Imagine that you've got someone utterly professional running the evening.
Town of Air,
I've no
Statue
idea.
Square, Twaddock's Bar, you'll
I
find
really
it
don't
there.
have any idea.
And Bailey guitars on a night like this, sweet sound of acoustic bliss.
I genuinely don't understand what's going on now. So we'll forget that. Hello, it's Acoustic Bliss. Ha ha ha. You might want it. Honestly, I don't know. I know there's things missing. Right. Okay. So, in my defence, I really apologise for being late. I probably should have cancelled it this evening, because we've actually been working, and this is just like the old days where we used to run courses, finish late, scoff some food, and then try and get down to the pub, and we were often late then. So I've had a bit of a mare, but a beautiful week, and that's why not everything's working. That's why what my blurb was about. It's been a beautiful week, beautiful. So let me see if I can find some actual music to play, because it's not going well, is it? And if not, I'll just put the end titles on. I've got loads of lights without even broadcasting. Yeah, I don't understand that. Right, so here's what now. I've found all sorts of things, but weirdly, lots of stuff's disappeared, so I'm not really sure. Oh my God, what's happened? Really, it's just not what I had in mind. Or maybe. So right. In fact, I've got to tell you, loads of stuff has disappeared. Honestly, shall I just cancel it? No, come on. let's do it. Let's do what we set out to do. Right, well, what we'll do then is we'll start with this, okay? Because actually, hello everybody. So we have, I don't know if you can, my camera's a bit thingy. We have been working this week, and I'm absolutely delighted that saying that we're back to normal, clearly nothing's normal, but we've had some students here, and it's been really lovely from that point of view, because it's just been good to be doing something that we love doing, and we've actually felt normal. Felt normal this week. Yeah, almost normal. I mean, obviously it's different, nothing's the same at all, but it's what we do, and what we do is make guitars. That's one of the things that we did, and I'm hoping that some of the other things that we do, that we did before COVID, will start to happen again soon as well. So but anyway, so we've had an amazing week or so, finishing 2 beautiful acoustic guitars. So more on that. Anyway, so tonight, what my pick for tonight, I haven't even got my bloody book. My pick for tonight is things chosen by the 2 guys that have been here working all week, and so unfortunately a lot of what I put in seems to have disappeared. So what I need is to put something on so that I can bring in bring in some of the media. So they told me, I asked them about Acoustic Bliss and Bailey and coming up to air, because both of them are in England. They live in England. They've been several times to build now. This is their 3rd trip up, and or at least their third instrument, and a jolly good time was had by all. Some beautiful instruments have been made. Anyway, I asked them about Bliss, because they usually stay in air and they've been to Bliss a few times. I asked them for their picks and their memories, and they gave me some great things. So let's start. Something they chose, they asked for, because they didn't know everybody's names, right? But they described things to me. But it was quite an entertaining thing. This is what we did at tea break today. So let's, without further ado, let's have something that probably won't go wrong. Fingers crossed. This was their first request, and what a brilliant request. Mabbott!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we'll do another cup of coffee.
And she pours herself another cup of coffee, while she contemplates the stain across the wall. And it's in between the leaving and the washing. That's when looking back's the hardest part of all. And she always did her best to try and please him, while he always did his best to make her cry. And she got down on her knees to stop him leaving, but he always knew one day he'd say goodbye. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? Does nothing ever last forever? Does everybody sleep alone? Sleep alone. And he tears the business tags from his old suitcase as he packs away the pieces of his life. They all love him, but they always try to change him. That's what happens when a girl becomes a wife. And he pours herself another cup of coffee as the pictures leave a blank space on the wall. Well, looking back's the hardest part of all. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? Does nothing ever last forever? Does everybody sleep alone? Sleep alone. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Thank you very much.
Who was that? Point yourselves out. Is that the boys at the bar? Right, thank you very much. Mike Abbott! Mark me. So I put that on near the end. Sorry about that, Mike. So it was lovely. So yes, thank you. So in the chat is Neil. So Neil, Aaron, Summer, and Alan have been building beautiful guitars, and I don't know if any of you could see what Neil was sharing. He shared some stuff on Facebook, and I'm not very good at that at the moment. I've not been on there, but he's they have both made the most beautiful acoustics, and actually Mark's just putting some finishing touches to it now, because those of you that have been here or built with us will know that there's always an element of there's always a cut-off point for finishing, and there's always a bit of a mad dash. And anyway, so we've done really well. In fact, I have to tell you, we finished a day early, which is pretty much unheard of. Oh, that's better. I can see you now. So that was Mike, Abba, and Steve, and that was the choice of well, actually, I can tell you. I think that was actually Alan. So tonight we're going to. I asked. Remember, I said last week it was really good because we had Marcel's. And I sent to most of you my crib sheet with things on. So I asked Neil and Alan tonight, and that's helped me really a lot. So I feel quite buoyant. Even I've had the most bizarre of weeks really, but leave it at the door at Acoustic Bliss. Neil and Alan, they first came up to Air in 2018, which is 4 years ago now. They came in the summer, and what they reminded me was, because I'd forgotten that they'd actually been to Bliss so many times, because they've come for projects that have usually spanned more than a week, and they've quite often been to 2 Blisses in the time that they were here. And the very, very first time they came to Air was on a Thursday in 2018, and so they arrived at Air and they came to Bliss before they'd even met us or made guitars. So I think that's quite a brave thing, and they stayed. And so I'd forgotten all this, so when I asked them, they were like, oh yeah. And of course on their phone we were able to check out dates. So they picked a night, and they asked for Mike Abbott. Now actually Alan asked for particularly, he was thinking, he couldn't remember, I don't know if Alan remembers in the chat, but he thought it was Brown Eyed Girl that he'd seen, but he wasn't sure. Anyway, you get what you're given here. You're lucky to have anything at all. So they've chosen things, so I'm going to work my way through my Ujima flips, because I can. And of course we've got people that have sent things in. Now you probably haven't failed to notice that I'm running late, but I'll do my best. Honestly, I actually sorted quite a lot of things out, but my next act is, we had a bit of a laugh about this. So Alan and Neil chose my next act. They chose them because this person stood out, and they really enjoyed the playing. But when we tried to work out which when it was a bit confusing because this person was without hat, as Mike was before, and with hat on some pictures, and then we realised it was 2 different weeks. So anyway, so let's hear the request from, and this is from 2019. We Like This.
Okay, now I don't know, for the people watching online, it's a 2.
Is that a swear word as well? Right, okay. I'm pressing a button, aren't I? Anyway, let's go back. It's Molly!
Okay, now I don't know, for the people watching online, it's a. Okay, now I don't know, for the people watching online, it's a 2 week in a trot record because Molly has brought her own plectrum. I'm going to say that again. Molly has brought her own plectrum. It's like, I told you, them moons are doing strange things.
Thank you.
Just don't get her when there's nothing at all. Just get together, oh, we get together. Separate's always better when there's feelings involved. And what they say that nothing is forever. Oh, oh, well, what makes love the exception? So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, we still in denial when we know we're not happy. All right now, fellas, what's cooler than being cool? I can't figure it out. I said, what's cooler than being cool? Well, alright, 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 well, alright, 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 now ladies, we're gonna bring it down in just a few seconds here. Don't make me break the time for nothing. I wanna see you all on your own baddest behavior. shake it all night long. Whoa, we'll shake it up, and I shake it up, and I hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh, 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 hey yeah, hey yeah. She woke up from dreaming and put on his shoes. Started making his way past 2 in the morning. Hasn't been sober for days. Leaning out into the breeze, remembering Sunday. Falls to his knees. They had breakfast together. The 2 eggs don't last like the feeling of what he needs. Now this place seems familiar to him. She pulled on his hand with a devilish grin. She led him upstairs. She led him upstairs. Left him dying to get in. Forgive me, I'm trying to find my calling. I'm calling at night. I don't mean to be a bother. Have you seen this girl? She's been running through my dreams, and she's driving me crazy, it seems. I'm gonna ask her to marry me. Even though she doesn't believe in love, she's determined to call her bluff. You could deny these butterflies filling their guts, waking the neighbors. Unfamiliar faces, he pleads, so he tries. He's only denied, now he's dying for what's inside. Forgive me, I'm trying to find my calling. I'm calling at night. I don't mean to be a bother. Have you seen this girl? She's been running through my dreams, and it's driving me crazy, it seems. I'm gonna ask her to marry me. Neighbors said she moved away. Funny how it rained all day. Didn't think much of it then, but it's starting to all make sense. Oh, I can see now how all of these clouds are following me in my desperate endeavor to find my whoever she may be. I'm not coming back. I've done something so terrible. I'm terrified to speak. You'd expect that from me. I messed up. I'll be blunt now. The rain is just washing you out of my hair and out of my mind. Keeping an eye on the world. So many thousands of feet off the ground. I'm over you now. I'm at home in the clouds, towering over your head. I guess I'll go home now. Guess I'll go home. each other. When your fingers said to me, can't deny, you're worth it. And after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies. I'm into you. And baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. Then I wonder how we got this far. I don't really need to wonder at all. After all this time, I'm still into you. Recall the night that I first met your mother, and on the drive back to my house, I told you that I loved you. You felt the weight of the world fall off your shoulder. Into your favorite song, you sang along to the start of forever. And after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies. I'm into you. And baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. Then I wonder how we got this far. I don't really need to wonder at all. After all this time, I'm still into you. Some things just make sense, and one of those is you and I. Some things just make sense, and even after all this time, I'm into you. Baby, not a day goes by that I'm not into you. I should be over all the butterflies. I'm into you. And baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. Then I wonder how we got this far. I don't really need to wonder at all. After all this time, I'm still into you. I'm still into you.
Oh, so that was Molly. I let that run because it was just so lovely to hear her voice, and look, Wolfie at the end, and that was Jim giving him the paw, him giving Gemma the paw, whatever it is. So yes, I'm multitasking this evening, and that was Molly in 2019. I believe it was August 16th of August 2019, 18, 19. Oh, I don't know. It was August. It doesn't really matter, but anyway, the choice of Neil and Alan, they both chose that because, and they had pictures of her on their phone because they took pictures that night, and also pictures of Wolfie. It was a cracking, and actually the light, I think the light was particularly good that night. Anyway, you can mock all you like, right? You can say what you like about me, but I this week I have spinned more plates than I have in a long time, and although in some ways it's been horrendous, the spinning of aforementioned plates, but actually I feel quite energized. I was pretty tired yesterday, but and I've realized that this is maybe why I feel quite upbeat, even though all sorts of, just been all sorts going on, as well as some good stuff. There's been some not good stuff, and hurdles and barriers and things, but I've kept, are you with me, kept all these plates spinning, and mostly only had a couple of falls, and that's been actually quite good for my soul, really, because I that's how life used to be, spinning lots of plates, trying to keep things going, and you get more done. I think you get more done when you actually feel like you're with me doing stuff. Anyway, I'm just saying. So I'm not drunk, I'm high on life. And hello to everybody. So there's all sorts of people I haven't said hello to, and I'm glad that Canada's here, I'm glad Cohen's here in Belgium, and I'm really sorry about YouTube. That's because we finished so late, and Mark actually is still working. He's I think, well, he's probably finished rubbing things on things and then applying oil, and now we'll be putting the strings back on, and two cracking guitars we've got there. Anyway, my next film is not something that Alan and Neil requested, but actually it's I do hope this is the right one. I've had some bad luck with my videos of late, but I'm hoping that going forward there'll be less of these issues. But anyway, this is a face that's familiar to most of us, and he sent this, and I think this was the one that was upside down last week. It is the darlingness of Steve.
Hi folks, I thought I would come back and retry another Michael Mara song. Michael Mara's the guy that sings Take Me Out Drinking Tonight, which Carol plays every week. So Michael Mara, I'm a big fan, and he was Dundee born and bred, just like me. So here's another one of his. Give it a go. Cheers. It was a cold and a rainy night, a lodging bell rung. Come open up and let us in, my darling is done. We have come along on a rocky road, a young voice did call. Let us lie down and rest and bid peace to you all. There came no reply and they slowly moved on. Not even a light there to guide the forlorn. As he steadied her shoulder, he sang soft and low. Should the Lord take my darling, then I also must go to that heavenly shore. In the light we'll arrive. We have only our love here to keep us alive. If all else has failed us, we'll travel no more. We will bathe in the light of that heavenly shore. Oh, the young woman stumbled and finally she fell. Her husband, he cried out the anguish of hell as he held her close to him. A moment of grace. Then a hound moved beside them and it licked at her face. Oh, the husband was angry and he railed at the hound, but his sweetheart was smiling as she slowly came round. Oh, I had a dream, I had made heaven's gate. There was no sign of you, so they told me to wait. To that heavenly shore, in the light we'll arrive. We have only our love here to keep us alive. If all else has failed us, we'll travel no more. We will bathe in the light of that heavenly shore. Cheers folks, that was Heaven's Hound by Michael Mara. Cheers, bye.
Fantastic. Steve, Duncan. Yeah, you got it now, Steve. And I honestly haven't had no control over whether you were upside down or back to front. I don't understand I did exactly the same thing every time, so I really don't know what happens there. But thank you, that was really great. And I haven't heard that Michael Mara song. I don't really know very much about Michael Mara at all. It would be good to know more about him. So anyway, hello Steve's mum and Auntie Helen. Are you all right? I hear you're having a nice little cocktail tipply evening, which is good. Are you in the Druthy Neighbours? Or I guess you can't have the... Oh, I'm sorry, Steve, about not being able to have the screen on. How disappointing. Look, actually earlier on, no, not earlier on, at about 8:45, I thought, I should have cancelled tonight, because I'm going to really struggle to get back in time, and we didn't finish till really late. So but as I'm spinning my multitasking plate, I thought, sod it, I'm going to just give it a go. And there's always a way around things. Neil thinks he messaged somebody completely random on Facebook to tell him that I wasn't going to be there till 9:30. But anyway, and so my favourite words. My sister drives my sister mad. So yes, Steve. Brilliant. I'm a bit overexcited. So that was a good one. And now, if you sent me any more, Steve, we'll see. I don't know. It might not be this week. I might have to have a few days to catch up on what I've done, because I'm a bit all over the place, to be perfectly frank with you. Anyway, so many things that I want to say to you, but I think what we'll do next is remember I also... Oh, John Bailey, you're lurking, but you've got to go. I'm sorry I was late. Really sorry for letting you down. How nice to hear. So John Bailey's another builder. So in the house, we've got John Bailey, we've got Neil, we've got all sorts, Cohen, and loads of Bailey builders, home builders, workshop builders, and Steve's beautiful guitar. Now, actually, Alan may not, I don't know if he's actually seen that picture, but Alan wanted to try and make something similar to yours, Steve, and actually Tiff's. It was Tiff's. It was Tiff's that he saw. That he said, I want to make something like that. And obviously we're on limited time if you can only come twice. So we did really well, actually, and we will more anon on that. Anyway, so tonight we're sort of celebrating me being back in time, and although maybe not, because that was a rubbish start, but also that two new beautiful acoustic guitars were born today, and really cracking. So I thought what we'd do is we'd choose songs that Neil and Alan liked. So we've had a couple, and let's see if I can find any of the others. Because right. So my next, I like to every week I try and have one. I've got a thing that's called One We Made Earlier, which is like sort of a pre-made video that someone's made, and this week this landed in my inbox, and actually, as it happens, it features one of the aforementioned guitar builders, but I was going to play it anyway. I didn't know that Neil would be watching, because the title of this song reminds me very much of Bliss, and it's called Gin Soaked Boy. And I wonder who that might refer to. So I think of this fondly. This reminds me of Bliss, and Mark is that gin-soaked... Well, he is a gin-soaked boy completely. So let's have a bit of this. And none of you have seen this before unless you subscribe to the virtual jukebox. But Neil.
I'm the darkness in the night, I'm the leftness in the right, I'm the rightness in the wrong, I'm the shortness in the long, I'm the goodness in the bad, I'm the sameness in the mad, I'm the sadness in the joy, I'm the gin in the gin soul boy, gin soul boy, ba 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 la la, 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 ba 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 ba. I'm the ghost in the machine. I'm the genius in the dream. I'm the beauty in the beast. I'm the sunset in the east. I'm the ruby in the dust. I'm the trust in the mistrust. I'm the Trojan horse in Troy. I'm the gin in the gin soul boy, the gin soul boy. Ba 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 la la, 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 ba 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 la la. I'm the tiger's empty cage. I'm the mystery's final page. I'm the stranger's lonely glance. I'm the hero's only chance. I'm the undiscovered land. I'm the single grain of sand. I'm the Christmas morning toy. I'm the gin in the gin soul boy, the gin soul boy. Ba 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 la la, 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 ba ba. I'm the world you'll never see. I'm the slave you'll never free. I'm the truth you'll never know. I'm the place you'll never go. I'm the sound you'll never hear. I'm the course you'll never steer. I'm the hill you'll not destroy. I'm the gin in the gin soul boy, yeah, the gin soul boy. Ba 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 la la, 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 ba 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 ba. I'm the half truth in the lie. I'm gin soul boy, not in the wine. I'm gin soul boy, last roll of the die. I'm a gin soul boy, old school in the tie. I'm a gin soul boy, spirit in the sky. I'm gin soul boy, capture in the rye. I'm the twinkle in her eye. I'm Jeff Goldblum in the fly. Well, who am I?
Yay! So that was our Neil from, so he is Neil's, you remember I've mentioned him a couple of times in the last month, because the Viral Jukebox is the group on Facebook which I've played a few videos from over the last week, but they the last month, because they had their birthday, their second birthday, and so Neil's been really instrumental in that, and obviously has now managed to set himself up a studio in a spare room, like a lot of people did in COVID. But look at the ingenuity of it all. So that really is that does remind me, although it's Neil, it reminds me very much of Mark. And some of the nights that they were in the pub, Mark was that gin soap boy, because I believe he had a bit of a phase. I don't know if you remember pink gin. Don't you remember? He had a pink gin phase, and many of you, and you know who you are, indulged that one. It was fab. Well done. Thank you. Great. So already it's 10:20. Can you believe that? So I'm probably going to go to 11, and then I might just fall over. But thank you, Neil. Thank you for doing that. And yeah, I've got. Oh, again, I'm multitasking, and I think it would make a good meme. James Bissett, I'm getting wrong. Anyway, you won't even believe what I've got been sent. So I always okay, I'm not sure if I've played this one already. Hey, do we care? He is very cute. Do you know what? Alan and Neil are wonderful. They're a wonderful pair. They've known each other for years, and part of the issues with COVID for the workshop, obviously, well, because we work from home, we weren't allowed to have anybody round, and then we were kind of worried that the last thing we wanted was for people to get ill on our watch, to get ill at our place. So we last year. I mean, we've run courses for over 20 years, and 2020 was the first year we didn't run any courses. That's not true. We ran one. I think we finished about 3 guitars, and then so we did have people trialing COVID things last year, but they had to be relatives. They had to know each other, or be willing to form a bubble. And Al and Neil formed a bubble, and they started their beautiful guitars. And do you know, it is a lovely thing that one guitar inspires another. So the guitar that Tiff has also inspired Steve's custom Bailey, and but anyway, and so Al liked the look of that, and James said he didn't see Neil playing the drums. Just saying, funny. You're funny. Anyway, do you know what? I really I didn't want to cancel tonight, because it is actually give me a laugh, even if it's just laughing at myself being a total tit. Apologies for the bad language. Anyway, so I hope that I haven't played this already, but hey. Let's just throw caution to the wind.
Thunderbirds are go. Right, this one's by R.E.M. It's called Man on the Moon. What the hoople in the game of life. Yeah, 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 yeah. Andy Kaufman in the wrestling match. Yeah, 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 yeah. Monopoly 21, checkers and chess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Fred Blassie in a breakfast mess. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll see you in heaven if you make the list. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, and nothing is cool. Moses went walking with a staff of wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Newton got beaten by the apple good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asp. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Charles Darwin had the balls to ask. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we having fun? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve and nothing is cool. Here's a little note for the offering. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a little hatchet for the noting thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Andy Kaufman's gone wrestling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Hey, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve and nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve and nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve and nothing is cool. Okay, that's a wrap. It was that man mooning over there that put me off.
Awesome. Actually, I really like that song, and hopefully, well, actually, I can see the chat you ordered. Do you know that really? Every time I hear an REM song, it reminds me of the Oxfam shop in West Croydon, which is an interesting link because Neil and I had a long conversation about all the bars. This is a couple of years ago. All the bars in Croydon that we had drunk in, but have now closed down because Neil lived in Croydon at some point, and I lived there for quite a long time when I was much younger, and I did like a pub then. Oh, and there were some cracking pubs in Croydon. Anyway, I used to work in an Oxfam shop in West Croydon, and that's when I first heard of REM, because there was a young woman who came to work on a Saturday, and she told me about this amazing band who I'd never heard of, and I felt really old, and I probably was all of, I don't know, 27. Anyway, thank you, that was great. Yes, good, fantastic. So Tiff and Mabbott, yeah, missing some keyboard, but obviously George is in Stirlingshire 5-ness. Hello anyway. Look, I can't say hello to everybody, all of you, but hello Sarah, she's in the house. We've got Sue Brown. It was great. We've got all sorts. Oh, and Kelly. Hello Kelly. So hello to you all. Now it's all, I mean, we're in the last half an hour, you know, miraculously, and I can't go on really late tonight because I've got to get up and do it all again. But my multitasking, spinning plates, yeah, it might be a form of delirium. It might be a form of delirium, but anyway, so if you wonder what I'm looking at, it's just that I've got screens. I'm surrounded by screens. I've got one here, one there, things on the wall. I've got all sorts. So anyway, that was fab. So let me see what I'm going to find next. So we've done that. So yes, requests. Now I know where we're going with all of this. So I've got a few. Oh, I've got all sorts lined up actually. So let me see. My list was what else they asked for. No, actually, some of the things they asked for, I haven't had time. I haven't had time to find out. But we are just generally celebrating Alan and Neil, and they must be buzzing because it's hard work. We're hard. Me and Mark are hard work. It's hard work spending time with us, and but it is hard work because and you know they rub the what do you call them things, fingerprints. They rub the fingerprints off their fingers. They work their fingers to the bone. We work them like dogs, but they make something lovely. Can we have a Sarah? Maybe. Thank you. So given the time, I'm actually in my last, we're technically in the last, it goes, doesn't fast, half hour. So I've got a little plan. I've got, hopefully, I've got double plans. Oh, right. So now this also isn't a request by Neil and Alan, but I'm sure if they'd seen it, it would have been a request. And actually, although this isn't the one I've been hunting for, because there's a missing video, I know which one I want and I can't find it, so I'm on the hunt for it. But anyway, this turned up, and I think it turned up last week, and I'm really sorry to say that I missed it. Right, so in honour of the fact that he must have already drunk all the cognac and gone to sleep, let's have some of this.
The master. Right, TV4 String's been practicing a bit while I've been away, so I'd give him a bass solo to introduce this one. He's really been practicing that note. Shine, and there's nothing to do with all that time. Lived a happy couple out in the wild. They got friendly and they had a child. Didn't call him Johnny, Johnny would be good. They called him Jimmy Bissett, why he's never understood. Hey, hey, Jimmy, Jimmy Bissett. Hey, 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 Jimmy, Jimmy Bissett. He learned to strum. Jimmy practiced hard, he used 5 fingers and a thumb. He learned to do the duck walk till the ducks got taken down. Then he found his ding-a-ling, he waved that thing around. One day he got his lucky break, he got his biggest wish. He turned up at the pub that night and played the special bliss. Hey, hey, play Jimmy, play. Hey, 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 play Jimmy, play. Cheer. Little Bimmy Grisey was quite a balladeer. He learned the fancy suit and he danced under the lights. He wore his special makeup and he combed his
I don't know what to say. I just don't know. I really don't know what to say to that. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? James, you're all right. Jimmy Bissett, you're universally loved, and that is such what a brilliant tribute. Thank you. Ruby, what a thing. You can't beat a little bit of Bissett in your bliss. That's something I said. I wasn't even drunk that night. And the cat lady. Right, if you missed half of it, Cohen, you're going to have to rewind it. It's absolutely brilliant. I had no idea that that's what it was. I did see, when I was downloading it, I did see I thought, oh, there he goes again. Look, giving a nod to Jimmy Bissett. Absolutely cracking. Right, well, that's... So, if I had thought originally, before I asked Neil and Al, I thought I might actually pick some songs myself. You know, I know I do that every week, but you know, I thought I might make it my picks. And then and so I was looking for a particular song which of TV and the band, but that is just so good. No, I didn't know you. Listen, if you are planning on having toilet breaks whilst Bliss is on, I mean, you know, you've got to tell me so that I can know not to. You should go when I'm yapping. Oh, that might be a bit long, Neil, but okay, that's fine, as long as it's no longer. The signed photo. Oh, I tell you what, James Bissett and... Anyway, talking of James Bissett, so let's... I forgot where I was just briefly then. Right, let me see if I can find the thing. Because some eagle-eyed person noticed... It was probably Ruth, actually. But somebody noticed, and I don't know if it's still there... Right, but I found it was it was hilarious, right? Is it this one? Yeah. So I found this, right, and I thought, oh, brilliant, right? Brilliant. Little bit of this, right? You can't beat a little bit of Bissett in your bliss, right? So I found this. Just watch. No comments. Well, comments, but anyway. Bloody marvellous, eh? But that's not me. That lack of sound, for once, is not me. Where is it? Stop it. It's not me. And the whole clip, we've got one 10-minute clip of James Bissett just moving and tapping his feet. No sound at all. So I don't know what happened there. It just shows that it's not just me that makes mistakes. Anyway, so I'm sorry about it. I was going to play a bit of that, but I skipped all the way through and there was absolutely nil sound. So we must have had an internet. We must have had an internet breakdown. So Ruth said, right, I've missed a message from TV. So anyway, that was absolutely splendiferous, wasn't it? So thank you very much. So where are we up to now? Oh my god, I don't even know where the time's going. So I've got a few more things up my sleeve. Now he was unplugged. Oh right. Where are we going with this? I've got that. Oh, and that, right, and that. Okay, so we are gonna go to back to Neil and Al, right? Now this is a sort of a sideways Neil and Al. Is not a complete. It's so one of their choices. One of the things they mentioned when I was asking what they remembered. Obviously Mike was one of them, they mentioned, and then they mentioned somebody else. Now they actually suggested a band, but I couldn't find the clip. I think we must have had internet problems, so I'll save that for another day. But in this video are 2 and 3 of the people that they mentioned. So I don't know what kind of a playing occurs, but we'll see. Here we go. I haven't seen it.
Countdown, 5, 4, everyone.
Action!
Hey, this is the good old boys and girls.
1, 2, 3.
God, then. Did you see that? I was reading the comments. Hey, that finished a bits on. In fact, listen, if you make if you make videos, yeah, Luke, give me a bit of notice. So that was the Tuesday session, I believe. And so from one side to the other, you've got Frank from the Dodgy Jumpers. You've got Mr. Duffy with his bouzouki, and that is what Al and Neil were asking for. They remembered Duffy with his bouzouki, and actually Duffy came up when they were making one of their guitars, and they saw the bouzouki in flesh, so to speak. And then there was Stevie Bass in the middle, Tiff, I actually didn't catch which guitar she was playing, and then Mike on the far side, doing the Speed of the Sound of Loneliness, which has become, that's now almost as much an anthem as Take Me Out Drinking. It was actually, do you know what, that was lovely. And Sarah, yes, there is open mic at the pub. That when the pub opened last year, open mic came back with Duffy and Steve. It's, you know, it's the open stage as always, and it's just that, you know, Mark he hasn't really got his mojo back, and we haven't been playing, and Lala, you know, we've been away a lot. Last year we were away an awful lot, and it kept falling on a Thursday. So anyway, less of that. Let's not bring it down. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, things feel like there's. I think I said this last week. Something's shifting. I mean, obviously the world's still as batshit crazy as it ever was, but oh, and please do not start me on whether now is better than Thatcher times. I think I'm actually thinking about making an angry podcast, Carol Shouts a Lot podcast. That would be, would you watch it? It'll just be me right close up going Rah! But not now, because we're almost at the end of our beautiful journey. And anyway, some of us have got to be up early in the morning, haven't we? Alan and Neil, they're driving back tomorrow. So, because we finished a day early. Anyway, let me tell you. So, things, we're almost, I've got a collection of things, right? So let's deal with this first. Thank you for doing that. No, right, okay. So this is, there's a tenuous link, but I've just temporarily forgotten who it was then. Yes, right, okay. So, this, my friends, is one of our regular features. Nothing to do with Neil at all, but actually I saw, when I was downloading some stuff today, I saw a picture of my lovely friend Fiona over in Amsterdam, and she'd been to visit Marcel, because we're all connected, but so she went to see the tulip exhibition, and do you know what, I got a big lump in my throat when I saw that, because she's always wanted to go when the tulips were out, and I bet she was absolutely beside herself with joy seeing them. It looked amazing. The tulip, it's a tulip garden or a tulip display, it's massive, it looks amazing. Anyway, so in honour of that, feast your eyes and ears on this, because nothing compares to you lot, frankly, and of course tulips are so beautiful at this time of year.
In honour of Barry Cryer, this is Nothing Compares to You, to the tune of Tulips from Amsterdam. It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose, but you was sometimes hard, but nothing compares to you. Living with you was sometimes hard, but nothing compares to you.
I see nothing, no week. We need her, we don't we? Pauline Valence, check her out. Nice curtains. Right, I've reminded myself now. So thank you, Pauline Valence, and that was my my tenuous link. Right, nothing compares to you, and Tulips from Amsterdam, because my friend Fiona is actually seeing them. In fact, having seen them in photos now myself, I think that would be an amazing thing to go to. I would like to go there myself. So she is so good, absolutely fabulous. And at the beginning she mentioned someone called Barry Cryer, which those of you who are abroad might not know, but Barry Cryer was a comedian that worked pretty much until he died, and he was in his 80s. I think he's late 80s when he died, and he's been a sort of he's an English comedian, but he used to hang around, you know, with Spike Milligan and some of the really early, you know, some of them comedians, British comedians that died a long time ago, and he's sort of stuck it out, and he's, you know, he's a very funny guy. Anyway, thank you, Neil. And Ruth, right, so I'm going to say this now because Ruth did an amazing thing today. She sent me a link. It might have been today, but I only found it today. She sent me a link. Who would know this? But South Ayrshire Council, and actually you should tell everybody, because shall I tell you what it is first? South Ayrshire Council are asking people to come up with ideas for ways to bring, you know, for events or ways to bring tourists to Ayr, economic regeneration, etc. And they've got two tranches of money, two grant monies, one for events or things that you might need up to £1,000, and then £1,000 to £5,000. So there's two things. It looks like there's three different deadlines to apply for, you know, to come up with some good ideas. So I've got quite a lot of ideas, but I've got a couple in particular which we collectively might be interested in. So I'm really grateful to you, Ruth. Honestly, thank you so much, because I wouldn't have seen that, and I'm really happy that South Ayrshire is doing this, because Ayr is a wonderful town. For all, you know, I mean, Neil and Al were saying that the high street's changed quite a bit since they were here last. A lot of it's empty, but I mean, the people in Ayr and the beach and the town itself is wonderful, and we absolutely love living here. Oh God, that's saying updates. No, sorry, I've got to get rid of that before it goes off. So thank you for finding that, Ruth, because I am going to do something. And if you watching or anybody has any ideas for things that would put Ayr on the map or bring people to Ayr, then put you know, have a look on South Ayrshire's website and put your name forward, you know, come up with an idea, because the more ideas the better, really. Yeah, so that's good news, isn't it? Something's going to happen. So where are we now? Oh, we're not quite over. So I said to Neil and Alan, right, so when you were here, because obviously my memory is such I can't remember anything, so did anything stick in your mind, right? And well, actually it's a clip that I played not that long ago, and they were there. Do you remember the man with the Mac? The man with the Mac. And he came to the front of the crowd. He literally had a Mac on, a Macintosh, and what's his blooming name? I've forgotten already. Lee McGilvray, right? Lee Mac. Lee McGilvray said, "Nice, it's a nice jacket." and then I'm laughing, but it actually then the guy tried to hit people on the way out. Gemma jumped over the bar. He was ejected by the female bar staff, and then he spent quite a long time outside at the bus stop taking his clothes off. It was that was Neil and Alan's one of their memorable nights. They were there that night. I didn't think they'd have very many memories of Bliss, but They've been there at some fairly monumental ones. So anyway, I went back to look for it, and I did find it, and I remembered then that I actually, to protect the innocent, or the guilty really, I decided I wouldn't play it with his face. I haven't got time to block it out, so that I'm not going to play that now, because I did play it that long ago. But that was one of their lasting memories. They were there that night when the man kicked off, and actually there have been a couple of kick-offs, haven't there, in the years, but very, very few, surprisingly few. And I tell you what, I wouldn't kick off if Gemma was behind the bar. I don't know if you're watching Gemma, but I would know, because she's like lightning over the bar. She's like a ninja. Anyway, we're almost finished, not quite. So I have 2 or 3 things that I want to show you. Now hopefully the next thing I'm going to okay, it's happening, things are happening, right? So I've got to try and ignore my emails because other people are at work. Email, right? So let's see. I'm going to run over. Of course I'm going to run over. Of course I am. But I'm going to run over in such a good way that you won't care. You won't be minding. So I can get rid of that. So we've dealt with that issue. So I have basically, yes, I have 3 things to show you. I know what we're going to finish with. So my next, I'm going to play this next. So I've obviously had a request, but when I did ask them, I showed them my crib list, and they said there was one thing that they remembered, and I was quite pleased because it was me and Mark, and obviously they remembered me and Mark, but what I mean is they remembered us playing, and Sarah's asked for something by us. So in honour of Neil and Al and Sarah, I'm gonna play this, if I can get it in the doodah. Here we go. And actually, despite all the pink gin, it was all right.
I love this island, but this island's killing me. Sitting here in silence, I can't get no peace. I'm gone. I'm gonna start again. I love this island, but this island's killing me. Sitting here in silence, I can't get no peace. The waves upon my shore take me away, piece by piece. Gonna leave everything I know, head out toward the sea. Jump off this island, head out toward the sea. City, but this city's killing me. Sitting here in all this noise, and I can't get no peace. The cars fill my street, take me away, piece by piece. Gonna leave everything I know, head out toward the sea. Gonna leave this city, man, head out towards the sea. Yeah. but this planet's killing me. Sitting here in all this grass, I can't get no weed. Yeah, come from my palms, takes me away, if I please. Gonna leave everything I know, head to the galaxy. Gonna leave this planet, man, head to the galaxy.
They were the days, eh? I think that night you just obviously had just about the right amount of pink gin. Dutch courage, thank you very much. So see, Mark and I absolutely love Gomez. When we went travelling, we had an old tape player in the old van that we went in, and we had a box of tapes, and Gomez was one of the tapes that we had, and we played it to death. And it was really funny when we came back and then we saw the guys for the first time, because they were young lads when they made their first album, pretty much in a garage. They were really young looking, but had the voices and the souls of older men. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant album. And so Neil and Alan asked for that because they were there and they remembered it. And actually we didn't do too bad, no bomb notes, and Mark, yeah, although we did have to start again at the beginning. Seamless, as always. So anyway, we're almost at the end, because as I say, I've got to actually get up tomorrow, and so do Alan and Neil. But before we close, I've got two last things quickly to show you, and a great place to finish. So thank you. Oh, I haven't quite finished. So I started off in a bit of a flap, a bit overexcited, and because I do, even though we're never every week, all of us, we just never know what's around the corner, do we? None of us. And life isn't easy, and trying to keep positive when so much about us is so awful. And James Bissett, you can be on my shouting programme. I am seriously thinking about it, because I feel very shouty at the moment, but Bliss isn't the shouty programme, is it, Carol? So it's wonderful to have some wonderfulness in our lives. And I had kind of forgotten how much I hadn't forgotten, I miss our old life, I really do. And so having Neil and Alan here for the last 10 days has sort of brought my old life back to me, and I've really enjoyed it. They've been wonderful company. They've sat and listened to me rabbit on, right? They really have, because I don't get out much and I haven't seen many people, and they honestly, it's been absolutely wonderful. So, but clever Neil has sorted this out, so I just wanted to share with you some of the joys of it's tiny, it's only a few seconds, but this is what we've been up to, and this is why it is such a precious thing to us. Here we go.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Sitting here booing like a baby. Thank you, Neil. That's absolutely, what a beautiful thing. So that's Neil and Alan's beautiful guitars, and hopefully Tiff, you could see and Steve Duncan, you could see the influences, because they're both Bailey Moonshiners, and I'm just sitting there, and we're missing the Macmillans so much. We are, but things move on, don't they? And things change, and that's a part of life. And this week, Mark and I felt, I can't speak for Mark, of course, although I will. No, but we felt a lot more like ourselves this week, and that's a good thing. And look at those beauties, absolute beauties. And sometimes I think we all forget, don't we, what value we bring to the world. Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been wonderful. So thank you both. And yeah, they're already planning their next ones. As those of you in the chat will know. So where do we finish? Well, there's only one thing that we could finish with this week, and I've decided that it's this, and hopefully this is what will come up. So thank you. I'm sorry for the rubbish start, but hey, do I say that every week as well? And I'm really glad. I didn't know that was going to happen. It's been a wonderful, shorter but a wonderful evening, and thank you to you all. Thank you for people sending the videos, and if you're watching on catch up, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, because it's been hilarious. So with my runny nose, I bid you all good night. I've run over by 12 minutes, but what's that between friends? Did I tell you we finished a day early? We did indeed. So, last video, let's leave on something upbeat. And again, thank you to Neil for all the stuff that he did over the last couple of years with the viral jukebox. I've mentioned it several times over the last few weeks, but if you haven't checked it out, do, because there's some of the most incredible things in here. And so the last song, yeah, it's sort of about home, isn't it? And so there's lots of things in this, and this reminds me of my teenage years, actually, my teenage years, and and various places I've lived and all the people. So, and we've all got a place, haven't we, that we call home, even if it's not actually our home. And on a Thursday night in the evening, this is my home, and you are all my family. So thank you all very much. Before I start spurting and blurting again, thank you, and hopefully I will see you next week, earlier and not quite so seamless, with more scenes or something like that. Anyway, thank you. See you all again soon. Oh, and listen, if you're waiting for a reply from me about something, please just message me again, because I'm spinning many plates. See you next week, lovelies.
His Sunday best. Mother's tired, she needs a rest. The kids are playing up downstairs. Sister's sighing in her sleep. Brother's got a date to keep, he can't hang around. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our house. It has a crowd. There's always something happening, and it's usually quite loud. Our mum, she's so house proud. Nothing ever slows her down, and a mess is not allowed. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our house. In the middle of our street. Our house tells you that you got to move away from it. Father gets up late for work. Mother has to iron his shirt. Then she sends the kids to school, sees them off with 8 small kids. She's the one they're going to miss in lots of ways. In the middle of our street, our house. In the middle of our...
I remember when everything was true, when we would have such a very good time, such a fine time, such a happy time. And I remember how we played simply went their way, then we'd say nothing would come between us, two dreamers.
Father wears his Sunday best. Mother's tired, she needs a rest. The kids are playing up downstairs. Sister's sighing in her sleep. Brother's got a date to keep, he can't hang around. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our house. Was a castle and a keep. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house, that was where we used to sleep. Our house in the middle of our street.
One day, everything will run smoothly. It will all happen on time, and nothing will go wrong. Night.
Town of Air, Statue Square, Twaddock's Bar, you'll find it there. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, sweet sound of acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Mark's guitar, Jem smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. come along, bring your song, play guitar or an old baron. Banjo, flute, violin, piano, sax, just anything. Duffy rocks, Chloe rolls, Wolfie sleeps and Norman blows, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Absent friends, Willie and Ken, reminisce and laugh again. The song is sung, the day is done, but the memories will linger long. Behind the mask, raise a glass to live music and friends past, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Silent singers, songless days, shadows playing without a stage. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, how I miss acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Mark's guitar, Tom smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Life rocks, you gotta roll, play the blues and ease the soul, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, in Bob singing bar, in Bob singing bar, the smiles come free.
Bob singing Bob.
1 dog, 2 dog, 3 dog, 4 dog, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7.
Bob singing Bob.
Bailey guitars, 2 dog, 3 dog, acoustic, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7.
Bob singing Bob.
Bailey guitars, 3 dog, acoustic, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7.
Bob singing Bob.
Bailey guitars, 3 dog, acoustic, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7. Bailey guitars, acoustic bliss. Hi Bob.
To Bailey's, please.
Auntie Helen! Mum! Shh! Shh! Steve's listening!